parts that they can love. And it's harder than it seems in the bed of morals.
Welcome to Downpour Radio, everybody. I'm your host, Lightning Luke. It is Friday here on Downpour Radio, and thanks so much for joining us for our Coping with Dystopia 11 pre-show here on DPR. That was Teenage Halloween, one of tonight's performers, and we'll be playing exclusively performers from tonight's Coping with Dystopia live stream as we glide right into the next hour. About an hour from now, that'll be starting, and we'll be dropping a link right in our live chat so that you can pop right on over there after the pre-show. Again, that was Teenage Halloween playing 666 off of their album Eternal Roast that came out back in 2017. And up next, as we're going to keep things flowing because we've got a lot on our plate today to get through all of these artists, we're going to play some We the Heathens for you because Elliot Lozier from We the Heathens is going to be performing tonight. You're listening to Lung of Lies by We the Heathens off of their album Approaching Thunder, their new electric album that came out in 2019, and you're listening to it right here on Downpour Radio. by We the Heathens. And you can hear Elliot from We the Heathens playing tonight on Coping with Dystopia. Up next, we're going to keep things rolling with Danbert Nobicon. This is Last Drop in the Glass by Danbert Nobicon off of the album The Library Book of the World. It came out way back in 2007. You're hearing it on DPR.
I hear voices, the ghosts of empires past. I hear voices, the ghosts of empires yet to breathe their last. I hear voices, it's not like I got any choice in this. But first things first, says one who died of thirst. I see a half-empty glass. Voices, I hear voices, singing all the world is drunk and turning green. Singing hero, over the side we go, throwing up into a rising sea. Society wedding, East Coast embedding. The military marries into industry. The drinks are flowing. Let's all get blasted. Enjoy it while it lasts. Harry Truman raises his glass to Churchill for warming up the seat for his ass. The happy couple are already in the family way. Fossil fuel catches the bouquet. Voices, I hear voices, singing all the world is drunk and turning green. Singing hero, over the side we go, throwing up into a rising sea. Nature's just been sick, she's had her skin full. Humor in the seventh circle. Petrol dollars make the world go round, but the arms trade tells it when to spin. A series of blowbacks waiting to happen. In the shrinking space between the grinding plates, between the last drop in the glass and a harder place. Unknown unknowns join the race. So the library book of the world is too long overdue. What's a poor planet supposed to do? Supposed to do, supposed to do. Black budgets, all new targets. Professor Rumsfeld wants to get his wicked way in space. There's still space, so much space to deploy new ways to destroy this place behind the concrete blocks that keep the truck bombs out. St. Augustine guard the gates with his golden gun. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. All God's children sing along. Voices, I hear voices, singing all the world is drunk and turning strange. Planet turns, the whole landscape is changed. Voices, I hear voices, singing all the world is drunk and turning blue. Turn, a revolution or two. But which way? What's a poor planet to do? What's a poor planet to do? What's a poor planet to
Last Drop in the Glass by Danbert Nobicon. You're hearing it here on this Coping with Dystopia pre-show edition of Downpour Radio. I'm still Lightning Luke. And up next, we're going to play some Yankee Roses. This is The Best Revenge by Yankee Roses. You're hearing it on DPR.
The best revenge is living well. From the highest ring of heaven to the deepest catacombs of hell. I'm so much better off now, can't you tell? The best revenge is living well. My father taught me don't get mad, get even. And in the past I would have loved to see you slain. But now I think I'd rather just evict you from the space you've occupied up in my brain. The best revenge is living well. From the highest ring of heaven to the deepest catacombs of hell. I'm so much better off now, can't you tell? The best revenge is living well. So I won't be at your window with a boombox, and I won't drive by with a chopper in a van. Spent ages fighting fires with a blowtorch. Now it's time for me to be the bigger man. The best revenge is living well. From the highest ring of heaven to the deepest catacombs of hell. I'm so much better off now, can't you tell? The best revenge is living well. Now it's taking me some time to get my head straight, so my happiness will be a dish served cold. But the niche I carve myself will always satisfy me more than the friendships and the love you bought and sold. The best revenge is living well. From the highest ring of heaven to the deepest catacombs of hell. I'm so much better off now, can't you tell? The best revenge is living well.
You're listening to DPR, everybody. That was The Best Revenge by Yankee Roses. Thanks for listening to this Coping with Dystopia pre-show edition of DPR. Up next, we have Driving on Suspended, and this is their track, Baby, I Got Your Money. It is a release that came out in 2019, a single release. Let's give it a listen. Baby, I Got Your Money by Driving on Suspended. You're hearing it on DPR.
Give me your number, I'll call you up. You act like a pussy, don't interrupt. I don't have no problem with you fucking me, but I have a little problem with you not fucking me. Baby, you know I'ma take care of you, but you say you got my baby and I know it ain't true. Is it a good thing I was bad? Good or worse, it makes you switch, so I walk on over with my crystal. Bitches, put away your pistol. Dirty won't be having that in his house, cause bitch, I'm a creepy your style. Now that you heard my common voice, you couldn't get another. Pussy won't get moist. If you wanna look good and not be bummy, girl, you better give me that money. Said, hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Said, hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. Said, hey, baby, I got your money. So I glanced at the girls glanced at me. I whispered in her ear, wanna be with me. You wanna look pretty though in my video. Hold dirty on the hat and I'll let you all know. Just dance if you caught up in the Holy Ghost trance. And stop, I'ma put the killer ants in your pants. I'm the ODB, as you can see. Every I know you be watching me. I don't want no problems cause I put you down in the ground where you cannot be found. I'm just a dirt dog trying to make some money. Give me my straights and give me my honey. Radio plays this all day, every day. Recognize I'm a fool and you loving me. None of you better look at me funny. You know my name now, give me my money. Said, hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Said, hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Playing in the club like this all night. Bitch, put your ass out and let me hold you tight. You looking at my wrist saying it's so nice. The price is diamond shining disco light. Better help me solve this problem. I'ma get this money and rob them. Lucky dick when I win the lotto. Ran up and carrying kilos. And you can call me dirty and then lift up your skirt. If you want some of this dirty, God made dirt, dirt bust your ass, stop annoying me. I play my music loud, takes dirty old bastard to move the crowd. They say he had his stick in his mouth. Eddie Murphy taught me that back in the house. And hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. I said, hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry.
Baby, I Got Your Money, played by Driving on Suspended. You're hearing it here on this Coping with Dystopia pre-show edition of DPR. Up next, we're going to play a little bit of Vin Fisher for you, another one of tonight's performers. This track is called Medic, and it is off of their album Lord Step Down that came out in 2018. You're hearing it on DPR.
You are a timeless classic, fed and fast in a dark field. I am a lonesome cockroach scrapping the floor for my next meal. You are a beautiful light hidden by buildings and signs. I am the stroke of black paint covering up the words that you write. You are the lifeguard stand in the sand that wears down the edges. I am the broken glass washing ashore from the trenches. You are a child's toy pulled out to sea by the riptide. I am the child who cries, angry at my mother who is smiling because I'm alive. You are the man you did I. You are the lowly saint ignored by the upper class merchants. I am the product being sold to a man who walked by you and sneered. And I'm coming home with an exponential buyer. Profit will be spent on the machines that level your shelter. You are the medic, you kept me alive. I am the poison that you denied.
Vin Fisher playing Medic. You're hearing it on DPR, and up next we have Peter Chubak playing Songwriting. You are listening to the Downpour Radio pre-show for Coping with Dystopia, which starts in just over half an hour, and we're going to try and get through as much music as we can before then. We think we can play a song from each one of the performers if we keep moving quickly here, so we're just going to do just that. Songwriting by Peter Chubak off of the album You May Warm Your Hands on the Dumpster Fire in My Heart. You're listening to it right here on DPR.
I started writing songs because that's what my brother did, and ever since I can remember I just wanted to be like him, until he started doing things that made me uncomfortable, like hitchhiking out to Cali, then train hopping back home. He wrote songs of his adventures, and they were inspiring, so I recorded them on my phone so they would always be with me, but I lost them when I got mad and threw my phone off a cliff. His songs were few of many that I lost when I did this, so when he gave me his guitar, I taught myself to play his songs, hoping one day I'd show he would ask me to play along. I learned by playing all his songs as well as Gary Eckrow and James, and after all these years I guess I just wanted to say things. I've been a part of this community since just 14 years old, and I still do not know how much value I really hold, because I seem to place my worth on what I hear you people say, but I'm too scared to stick around for the whole show to hear it anyway. So not many know my real name or who I am. When when I don't sing. And I know it's my own fault, but it's the truth and it can sting. But now that you know my system, I feel like the data is all flawed, but not as flawed as I am when I think you want me gone. I have a confession to make, and I am being quite sincere when I say when I first came out to shows, I thought you were something to fear. I guess my dad got in my head, and knowing him, I should know better. But I used to think a punk could never be a Christian debtor, and I feared when you discovered how religious that I was, I would be kicked out of the only place I really came to love. You don't believe the things I do, I don't believe the things you do, but you believe in me, and I believe in you. I don't believe in Bigfoot because he doesn't believe in me. I scan the crowd at all my shows and only see his empty seat. I'm afraid of confrontation, yet I always start the fights. I'm bipolar, and sometimes I just can't see what is right. Yeah, things can get real tough sometimes, that's what I try to sing about, even if my poor vocabulary makes it hard to pick that out. And I often do songwriting because it feels so therapeutic to let out all these emotions I just don't know what to do with. And I always do my best to be kind to those I write about, unless that someone is myself, because I'm not someone that I care about. I put an inside joke in every song I ever write, but no one ever knows to laugh because I won't let them inside. But now I am in therapy to work on liking who I am, and I feared that when this started I wouldn't write a song again because I'd have a healthy outlet for all the things I hate inside. But it turns out I can do both now, and I'm starting to feel alive. I must correct myself because I'm sure I'll always want to die, but I can start to see why some people enjoy being alive. I was asked once why I talk so much about depression. Why if I want to help people, do I just keep screaming at them? And I swear I have an answer, but it's quite hard to explain, I guess because I have so many friends with chemically imbalanced brains, and they feel lonely or hopeless or undesired or just scared that they are the only ones with these emotions that randomly seem to flare like they are looking at the world while locked inside a little cage. And I just want them to understand that I have often felt the same, and I have many friends who try their best to understand our pain when we are hurting, but they've never had a problem with their brains. And because it is so painful when the good friends get it wrong, we just stay silent. So I try to explain all that in a song and try again and again and try again and then again, because emotions are so difficult to explain to our friends. But I also sing songs about depression, about rage, about social anxieties and suicidal states, because I have to keep reminding myself that being alive is right, and that there are some things and people that make all this worth the fight. Sometimes when I write a song, I get real proud of myself until I go to the next show, and then I listen to someone else, and I think maybe it's best if I quit and never waste my time on all this music and emotion and getting it to rhyme. And I can be the guy who goes to every show but never sings, and every band knows his face well but can't quite remember his name. And I can support indie music from the comfort of my room, and no one would look at me and say, don't you write music too? Because when people notice me, I'd rather be my phone thrown off a cliff. I still don't know the difference between a progression and a riff. I'm just a kid who tells sad stories while holding a guitar, and this all feels like a dream or a nightmare that went too far. I also do my best to address some happy thoughts, because there are too many bands that only sing sad songs, or that sing about corruption or oppression or of hate. And I'm sure we can find joyful things through which we can relate. For example, I have a brother who encouraged me when he gave me his guitar, and he told me I could sing and people would listen because I matter to them, and I will always fight the stage fright to feel that love again. And I had a friend whose talent was far superior say, I want you on my show because I have somebody who needs to hear you. You may struggle with your voice or getting the guitar the way you want it, but you can show emotion in ways that anyone can feel it. And I didn't know for a long time if my music had any value, but a friend called me recently saying there's something I should tell you. You see, I left my house intending this night to be my last, and I got out my iPod and I put it on full blast, and I heard you sing. No, more than that, because it wasn't in the music, I felt you sing about hope and recovering. I knew I could still do this. My friend is out there somewhere, still traveling these states, and I write music because I know somehow, somewhere, someone will relate.
Songwriting by Peter Chubak. You're hearing it on Downpour Radio. Thanks so much for listening to this Coping with Dystopia pre-show edition of DPR. We will be back with our New Music Monday edition of Downpour Radio on Monday, of course, and we'll be playing some new releases, some exciting stuff. We're excited for New Music Monday a couple weeks from now, because Bandcamp will be waiving their fees again on the first Friday of June and again on the first Friday of July, and those Bandcamp fee waiving days have just brought a whole lot of new music out, as a lot of musicians have taken the opportunity to work on some new stuff and put it out, so we're excited for that. But in the meantime here, it's still Friday, and that means Coping with Dystopia is starting in just about half an hour, and we are going to try and get through some more performers from tonight's live stream show, including Christy Road Carrera, and we're going to play a track from Christy Road Carrera right here. This is off of their 2019 EP called S/T, and the track is called Choked Up. You're hearing it here on Downpour Radio.
Evolution that set the standards. I don't believe I want a revolution that makes perfect sense to you and me. Choked up over the blood and sweat I put into suffering. So hell, let's throw a party. We'll start a guerrilla army. We'll either fuck shit up or run away from these things that destroy us towards each other and against us. A grain of evolution that set the standards. I don't believe I want a revolution that makes perfect sense to you and me. That makes perfect sense to you and me.
You're listening to Downpour Radio, everybody. That was Christy Road Carrera playing Choked Up. You can hear Christy Road Carrera play tonight on Coping with Dystopia, as well as this next artist we're going to play called Half My Home. The track is called Pick Up the Pace, and the album is Just Another Try Hard. It came out in 2018. Again, Half My Home playing Pick Up the Pace. You're listening to Downpour Radio.
I lost my lighter, smoking pot behind the apartment in a dim-lit alleyway, attached to a parking lot with a couple of cars waiting for the getaway driver. Destination locked and waiting for arrival on the clock. Gotta get out of this place. Just drive a little faster, man, and pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Gotta 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 know your rights, ups, downs from lefts. You gotta know you're being wrong without being so politically correct about the way you wish the world would have turned out to be when you were young and little, and the world was so much bigger. Gotta pick up the pace. Gotta pick up the pace. Gotta pick up the pace. Gotta pick it on up. Gotta pick up the pace. Pick it up. Gotta pick
Pace. You're listening to it here on Downpour Radio. Up next, we're going to hear a little bit from Joe Bartel, who is another one of the performers tonight. This is Bustin' Out of Here by Joe Bartel off the album Executive Dysfunction. You're listening to Downpour Radio.
God damn it, I love you. I don't need to hide it, I don't need to deny it or to live in fear of an evil world. I can see it clear. I won't make my escape. I'm busting out of here. With you by my side, I'll ride up into the sunset, never to return or to be seen again. But this isn't the end, like the end of a movie, but a chance to build a life you've really chosen. And I know we've got so much left to do, but you got me and I've got you. Taking on this world up against the wall. Maybe hold me tight until I start to fall. I can feel it coming and there's no escape, so I'll say my prayers and accept my fate. I will dive head first into the unknown, but at least I'll know I won't be there alone, no. I'm much too young to be feeling this old, far too great a coward to be acting this bold. But I found my strength and I found my voice, and the sinner in me has begun to rejoice. So these paths that I've walked and the choices I made, well, they are what they are, but at the end of the day, all I've got is you, and that's all I need, 'cause I can handle all the bullshit in between. So I know we've got so much left to do, but you got me and I've got you. Up against the world, tearing down this wall. Maybe hold me tight until I start to fall. I can feel it coming and there's no escape, so I'll say my prayers and accept my fate. I will dive head first into the unknown, but at least I'll know I won't be there alone. So when I die and burn in hell, you will probably burn with me as well. But I'm not afraid of a second chance, another opportunity to dance. With you by my side, I will reign as king, and the devil will fear the hell I bring. Even God will run from me in fear. Come on, baby, take my hand, we're busting out of here.
Bustin' Out of Here by Joe Bartel. You're listening to Downpour Radio, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in for our Coping with Dystopia pre-show, and up next we're going to play another performer tonight. That is Horrible Girl in the Hot Mess. The track is called Making Out with Strangers, and it's off of an album called Do You Know Who Your Friends Are? That came out in 2019. Again, Making Out with Strangers by Horrible Girl in the Hot Mess. You're listening to Downpour Radio.
I
Making Out with Strangers. You're listening to it here on Downpour Radio. That's by Horrible Girl and the Hot Mess. Thanks for listening to Downpour Radio. That's the 10th track of the day, which means it's stretch time here on DPR, and we are going to get a little classic, I think, here next, and we're going to play the original version of Take Me Out to the Ballgame for you, sung by Harvey Hindermeyer in 1908. It's stretch time on DPR, and that means stretch your legs and stretch your fingers. Let your friends know that in 19 minutes, Coping with Dystopia is starting, and we're going to be finishing up our pre-show and then dropping a link right in our live chat so you can pop right on over there. We appreciate you tuning in to Downpour Radio. And real quick, let's check in with our Lotte Giants, who lost last night, unfortunately, yet again to the Doosan Bears by a score of 4-2. That brings them under 500, so they're going to need to get their act together. Hopefully they can do it over the weekend. You're listening to Downpour Radio. It's stretch time, and here's the original version of Take Me Out to the Ballgame, sung by Harvey Hindermeyer in 1908. You're listening to it on TPR.
Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad, just to root for the hometown through every sou. Katie Blue. On a Saturday her young beau called to see if she'd like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd, buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys he knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd, buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
You are listening to Downpour Radio. Thanks for tuning in for Stretch Time. We're going to bring it back where we started because we've played all of the artists that we have music for tonight's live stream show with Coping with Dystopia. I'm going to go dig up the link to drop in our live chat so you can pop over there, and we're going to wrap the show up in just a few minutes. I got 2 more tracks I'm going to play for you. We're going to bring it back where we started with Teenage Halloween. This is Jerk by Teenage Halloween off their EP Eternal Roast. You're listening to the Coping with Dystopia pre-show edition of Downpour Radio.
I was a jerk the other night. Now I thought that I could put up a fight. With the common sense out of sight, I slipped up and I told you anything. Jerk philosophically. And you're back, you're
listening to DPR. That brings us to the end of our show. Jerk by Teenage Halloween off of their album Eternal Roast. And we're going to let you pop on over to Coping with Dystopia next and play it out with a little bit of We the Heathens. This is To Live in Hell by We the Heathens. You've been listening to DPR. Don't forget to tune in again for Monday's New Music Monday edition of the show. I've been Lightning Luke, and I'll drop the link for the Coping with Dystopia stream in our live chat, and I will see you on over there with CWD. Thanks so much for listening to Downpour Radio's Coping with Dystopia pre-show. I'll see you over in Coping with Dystopia 11 in just a couple minutes. But without further ado, here's We the Heathens playing To Live in Hell. You've been listening to DPR.
Slumlords will suck you dry until you die.